You know, if I don't make that, if I don't get that Canelo fight, I really don't care. You know, what I mean, I'm really happy where I'm at in my career. I'm happy with the opportunities I'm getting, and you know what I mean. It's just now, it's just proving myself that I'm the best fighter in the world at whatever weight class I'm at.
David Benavidez has made it clear that he is no longer interested in fighting Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds.
Think he'd ever fight you at 75?
I don't know. I thought he was gonna fight me at 168, and now I'm at 175. I don't.
Two fighters have been linked for a long time as potential opponents, with many believing Benavidez could be Canelo's toughest challenge. However, the long-awaited fight never happened. Now, with Benavidez moving up to the light heavyweight division, a fight between them at super middleweight seems unlikely.
It does. I just feel bad for the people because the people are missing an awesome fight. And at the end of the day, this is what we're here for, just to give the people a good fight. So it's insane that that fight never happened because, you know, it's two of the biggest, you know, it's one of the biggest fights in boxing to make. So it's kind of messed up that we couldn't make it happen for the fans, but it is what.
Benavidez, who is currently the WBC interim light heavyweight title holder, has shifted his focus to his new weight class and is determined to stay at 175 pounds. He said that his body is adapting well to the new weight and that he no longer wants to go back down to 168 pounds. Having just turned 28, Benavidez believes he is entering the prime of his career and that light heavyweight is where he belongs. He is focused on proving himself as the best fighter in the world, no matter the weight class. If the fight with Canelo doesn't happen, he is content with his current path.
To be honest with you, I feel like I'm only worried about 175. I'm not coming back down to 168. You know, I feel like my body's starting to, you know, I'm starting to get used to 175. You know, I mean, I'm building more muscle, and I just turned 28, so I'm starting to get in my prime now. So I feel like this is the lane I'm gonna stay in. I don't care about nothing else, and my main objective is to beat David Morell, beat him, you know, and to put a beating on him and then go up and then face whoever.
Benavidez's next fight will be a highly anticipated match against David Morell on February 1st, 2025 in Las Vegas. Morell, a talented fighter from Cuba, is the WBA regular light heavyweight champion. Both fighters are undefeated going into this matchup. For Benavidez, this fight represents a chance to strengthen his position in the light heavyweight division and get closer to facing the winner of the upcoming rematch between Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol for the undisputed light heavyweight title.
I think we were ranked #1 in the spot to fight the winner, better be a Bivol. So if that's what it is, then I'm 100% ready for that as well.
You know, that fight, it doesn't make as much money as the Canelo fight would have made at 68 if you guys could have made that fight happen, but it does mean an awful lot in terms of proving you're a great fighter. Is that good enough for you?
Yeah, definitely. And I think just, you know, with these big fights, I'm able to build my brand more and more. Kind of like Canelo did with his career. You know, he went up, he's beating bigger fighters. You know.
While the focus is on Benavidez and Morell, Canelo Alvarez still casts a shadow over the light heavyweight scene. Canelo has been at the top of boxing for years and has titles in multiple weight classes. However, many fans and analysts have questioned his reluctance to face Benavidez, who is seen as one of the most dangerous fighters in the super middleweight division. Some believe Canelo avoids Benavidez because of his power and relentless fighting style. Even though Canelo has faced many top opponents, Benavidez is considered by some as the one who could give him the toughest challenge.
Really like to bash somebody because at the end of the day, I give respect to Canelo. He's a great fighter.
Yeah.
He's one of the best Mexican fighters of all time.
But wanting to fight him, David, is not bashing him.
Yeah.
That's not bashing him.
But that's what I'm saying. They spin the narrative on Instagram.
Right.
If I say something, they say this or that. But I only want what I earned.
Right.
And I'm entitled to it. From what the WBC told me, they say you win the title limiter, we'll give you a title shot. You win the WBC interim title, we'll give you a title shot. I've been in this position for 3 years. So just because Canelo, he could do what he wants, as he says.
Right.
He's not going to fight the top competition. And he's holding all those belts hostage, bro. And it's not like you got other great fighters too. You got me and David Morell's there.
Yeah.
How is it fair that these sanctioning bodies let him pick and choose who he wants to fight? And then the Canelo fans too that be talking shit, bro. Like, do you guys not want to see the best fights?
Right.
Like, I don't understand. I'm just trying to make the best fights happen. And that's it. At the end of the day, I just want to get the fans what
Benavidez's decision to move up to light heavyweight isn't just about avoiding Canelo. The 26-year-old has always wanted to challenge himself at the highest level, and the light heavyweight division offers new challenges he is excited to take on. In his time at super middleweight, Benavidez became one of the most feared fighters, winning impressive fights and defeating top contenders like Anthony Durrell and Caleb Plant. His dominant win over Demetrius Andrade in November 2023 further cemented his reputation as one of the best. However, after several failed attempts to fight Canelo, Benavidez decided to move up to light heavyweight to compete for new titles and face new challenges.
For you to move up from super middleweight to light heavy?
But this is the right time to move up to super light heavyweight because I've did everything I could do at 168. I've been there for 10 years. But the only other thing I had to achieve was, fighting for the unified world titles, and Canelo Alvarez is holding all of them. So he doesn't want to give me the fight. I've been mandatory for the past 3 years. I've done everything I could do to get that fight. I still haven't got it, so I'm not gonna wait around for nobody. I'm gonna go and make my own lane at 175, and that's exactly what I'm doing. My goal is to become unified world champion at 175, and just reign there, and then maybe go up to cruiserweight. So I still have a lot to grow. I'm 27.
Although it seems unlikely that Canelo and Benavidez will fight now, many still believe their fight would have been a classic. Their styles would have made for an exciting match, with Benavidez's power and aggression facing off against Canelo's tactical skill and experience. Fans and analysts have long speculated about how such a fight would go, and many still believe it would be one of the biggest fights in modern boxing history. Robert Garcia thinks Canelo doesn't want to fight Benavidez because he knows Benavidez has the power to win, but he also said he would love to see a fight between the two boxing stars.
I personally think that Benavidez is going to stay at 175 because I don't think him versus Canelo is going to happen. I think there's already been so much talk, so much saying back and forth to a point where Canelo is going to say, why? I just don't want to give it to him. Canelo has that power. He doesn't need the fight against Benavidez. To us, I would love to.
Garcia believes Benavidez has the tools to defeat Canelo, but you can never count out a legend like Canelo. He said, Canelo is so talented that he could win this fight. I personally think Benavidez has what it takes to beat Canelo, but I could be wrong. Garcia also believes Canelo is not afraid to fight Benavidez. He's faced top opponents his whole career. Garcia added, Canelo is not scared. He's too proud and says, I can do whatever I want. I don't have to please anyone. He doesn't have to fight Benavidez or his dad, who have said negative things about Canelo. Canelo will earn respect for giving this fight to the boxing world, but he doesn't have to do it, and I don't blame him for that. Oscar De La Hoya believes Benavidez would knock out Canelo if they ever fought. He thinks Benavidez is young and throws a lot of jabs, which could trouble Canelo.
I think he knocks him out. Benavidez is a monster. He throws. Benavidez throws literally an average of above 50 to 55 punches around.
Yeah.
Canelo, Charlo, in the first round, they threw one punch combined. I'm not talking to you as, I hate Canelo, I hate Benavidez. No, I'm talking about a boxing expert. Those are the facts. That's reality on paper. Now, what happens in the ring and the bell rings, I don't know. If Canelo lands that one bomb that he always throws, the right hand, I mean, it's sayonara. It's game over for Benavidez. But I think Benavidez, because he's young, because he's strong, because he's very versatile and throws a lot of punches, it's going to create problems for Canelo.
Andy Ruiz believes a fight between Canelo and Benavidez would be a 50-50 match if it happens in the future.
It's up to me, like we keep on saying, we want to see Benavidez. Canelo, hell of a fighter. But my personal opinion, he's Benavidez. That's just my personal opinion. And I'm allowed to speak my mind. That's just what it is. We want to see Benavidez.
Paulie Malignaggi believes David Benavidez would dominate Canelo if they ever fought. He said, personally, I've been saying this for 2 years. I think David Benavidez would run over Canelo like a train running over a car stuck on the tracks. I stand by that. Canelo's reluctance to fight the mandatory challenger just strengthens my opinion. I don't think he will fight Benavidez. The only reason I want to see the fight is for the belts, because I don't even think it would be a good fight. I'm more excited about other things than Canelo's fights. Meanwhile, David Morell has his own plans for the future. Morell, who is making a name for himself in the light heavyweight division, believes he has what it takes to defeat Benavidez and become a top player in the division. The two have had heated exchanges leading up to their fight, and the tension between them has only made the rivalry stronger. Benavidez believes Morell is showing signs of fear, and he's determined to make a statement when they meet in the ring.
My only objective is going in there and inflict as much damage as possible on David Morell. I'm going for the knockout.
It's getting personal now?
It's been personal.
Well, you say he's a complicated fighter. You know it's going to be hard. But now that all this is happening, how you feel different about him?
That's more fuel. That's more fuel to the flame to go in there and do what I got to do. Now, I'm really going to go in there, I'm going to put a beat.
Benavidez is confident that he can knock out Morell and plans to deliver a dominant performance to solidify his place as one of the best fighters in the world. While Benavidez stays focused on the fight, his rivalry with Morell continues to grow. The two nearly came to blows during a media workout event, with Benavidez shoving Morell and Morell throwing his WBA championship belt at Benavidez in return. This moment clearly shows the tension between them and adds to the excitement for their upcoming fight. Benavidez has vowed to make Morell pay for the disrespect he has shown and believes their fight will be a statement to the entire light heavyweight division. For his part, Morell has also been very confident about his abilities. The Cuban fighter has highlighted his superior technical skills and ability to outbox Benavidez. Morell believes that Benavidez is too one-dimensional, focusing mainly on offense and lacking the defensive skills needed to deal with a fighter. Like him, Morell thinks his refined boxing style, developed in the Cuban boxing school, will be the key to defeating Benavidez. He has predicted that he will not only beat Benavidez, but will do so in a clear and impressive manner, leaving no doubt about who the better fighter is.
It's second for everybody that Benavidez were, you know Robocop? Yeah, that's it. Look, the Benavidez best round, 12th round. You know, this time is the really secrets. I never fight plan before. I mean, I think so plan not have like too much power for Benavidez. So you know, he's the big guy. He's as stronger too. So you have like the good lefts. You training hard. You have power. You have everything. I mean, nothing for you.
Keep your head up.
I can't dance. I've moved. You know, I can.
In a recent interview, Benavidez accused Morell of refusing to participate in pre-fight drug testing. He expressed his hope that this won't be the case before their showdown in Las Vegas.
I'm going to say David Morell is taking steroids because there's been no test of him taking steroids, but I will point out a few things. When you hear more than one person talking about steroid use, and at Betco too, he said that he got tested the whole time and Morell did not get tested one time. That kind of raises some red flags.
Benavidez stressed the importance of having a clean fight and called for VADA, Voluntary Anti-Doping Association, testing. He pointed out that fighters who faced Morell in the past were not required to undergo such testing. Benavidez mentioned that for his previous high-profile fights against Caleb Plant and Demetrius Andrade, testing started 14 weeks before the fight, but he found it odd that Morell hadn't been subject to the same requirements. While Benavidez didn't directly accuse Morell of using steroids, he raised concerns about Morell's attitude toward VADA testing.
Every time, you know, when these are high-profile fights, we get tested because as we should. When I fought Caleb Plant, I'd signed the contract 14 weeks out. We started testing 14 weeks out. Andrade, same shit, 13, 14 weeks out, started testing. Because they wanted to test me because they said I was dirty, supposedly. Or if they thought I was doing cocaine or whatever it is. I tested, I did what...
Benavidez defended his position further by saying that he has been tested over 30 times by VADA and has never complained. He emphasized his commitment to clean boxing.
And then when I get this fight with David Morell, you know, we knew about it months before, like 4 months already. So I told them, you know, I'm not asking stuff that hasn't been done, but when are we gonna get the test? They kept saying next week. Until I told them, I'm like, bro, well, how the f are we not testing when I heard that he takes steroids? And, you know, we're already on week 9. No testing. I told him, bro, I'm going to cancel this whole fucking fight because it's kind of weird because how is a person that has been accused of is not getting tested?
Despite the trash talk and animosity between the two, many analysts believe this fight will be a true test for both men. Benavidez's power and aggression will face Morell's technical skills and boxing intelligence. The outcome is uncertain. While Benavidez has more experience, Morell is younger and has shown great promise in his early career. Jaime Munguia has expressed excitement for the fight. While Munguia believes Benavidez's greater experience will give him the upper hand, he expects an exciting and competitive match between the two skilled light heavyweights. Munguia sees Benavidez as the stronger fighter due to his experience, but also acknowledges Morell's talent. It will definitely be a very good fight, said Munguia, adding that both fighters are well known in their circles and the clash promises to be thrilling.
What's your reaction to David Benavidez fighting David Morell? How do you see that fight?
Bueno, yo creo que sin duda va a ser una pelea muy buena. Pienso que debería ganar Benavidez por su experiencia, porque tiene mucha más experiencia que Morell, entonces creo que es un peleador más fuerte, pero Morell también es un peleador muy bueno, entonces sin duda va a ser una gran pelea.
You like it?
Sí, me gusta. Sí.
¿Por qué?
Pues yo creo que los dos son invictos, pues están en la misma empresa, se conocen, saben, no sé, se me hace una pelea muy emocionante.
Other notable figures in boxing have also shared their opinions. Dmitry Bivol, who has sparred with Benavidez, remains neutral on the outcome, choosing not to pick a winner while still recognizing Morell's impressive skills.
To be honest, I didn't see anything about this fight, but I know Benavidez. I saw a couple of short clips of Morell, and it's an interesting fight. Really good.
Former welterweight champion Sean Porter gives Benavidez a slight edge, noting that his experience and strength could be key factors in the fight. Porter emphasized that Benavidez has faced resistance in previous bouts, which might give him a mental advantage over Morell, who hasn't faced the same level of opposition. Despite this, Porter acknowledged the challenge posed by Morell's size, speed, and power.
David is special. I think that he's gonna get better. Like you said, I don't think he peaked.
Yeah.
I think he's peaking, but I don't think he is as good as he's gonna be. You never see that till you in the biggest fight of your life.
Gonna get better.
He's gonna get better. You never see how good he truly is until he's in the biggest fight.
What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.